Hi, my name is Lacey Messerly with Messy Quilts, and welcome to my studio. I am so excited to be part of the Fall Festival with Third Grace Company and cannot show you how to make this cute raw edge applique sunflower pillowcase for your house for the fall. It'll be great. My favorite part about raw edge applique is that not only is it really easy, but it's really fast. So come join me to show you how to make it. Okay, so here are our supplies for our pillowcase. I decided to go with this lighter tone backing. You'll want these squares. I cut these 20" by 20" square, 2 of them, mainly just so that I had enough room to trim it down. So anything over 16 inches, great. I like to have a little extra room to trim. So 20" by 20", and on one of them I did mark the center so I know where the middle is. A piece of batting that is also 20" by 20" ish. One piece that is 16" by 8", one piece that is 16" by 10", and then you need three colors of your favorite yellow. I just grabbed these from my scraps, just little pieces, and then a black center, and then also 2 templates that is attached as well below. I cut these off cardboard, but you can use paper just as well. The first thing that we're going to want to do before we get into any of the cutting or anything like that is we want to finish this. This is the backing part of our pillowcase, so we're going to just make this look really fancy. So let's go over to the machine. I am using this foot for this project. I don't need a 1/4" foot. I like this one because it has the space that you can see your needle. So that's the one I'll be using today if you have one like it. And we'll just be doing a straight stitch. Let me get here. Okay, so we're going to take our pieces, our long 16 by 10 and 16 by 8 pieces, and on the long end we want to, we're just finishing this edge. So on the back side, so here's the front, on the back side we're just going to roll it. It's essentially a hem stitch. We're going to just roll it on itself and stitch it straight down. You can iron this and go. I like speed, so I'm not going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and go in and just stitch that down on a straight stitch. This doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be on the inside back of the pillowcase and nobody sees that. So I'm just going to go down and sew this guy. Done, and then we'll just chain it on the next one. So just make sure you're on the long side. Fold it, roll it, and fold it. Little hem stitch. Okay, that looks great. Okay, we're going to set this aside and let's go get our flower put together. Okay, so now that we have our little hem stitch done on our back panels for the pillow, we're going to set those aside for now. And we're going to prepare our petals. So I chose 3 different yellow fabrics. I really love this golden color for late summer, early fall. And so we're just going to take our template and copy it onto your fabric. I like doing
15 petals. We're going to do 15 petals today, 3 different fabrics, 5 petals from 3 different fabrics. I wouldn't do less, but you can absolutely do more than that if you want a more full flower. But the purpose for the purpose of this tutorial, we'll just do 5 from each flower. So we're going to go through and trace all of these petals. This one's directional, so if you do have a directional, be mindful if you want it straight, up and down. If you want your petal, I'm going to go a little bit diagonal, so I have a little bit of a little different look on that one. I'm going to trace 5 here as well. These also don't have to be perfect. Okay, and my last one. And then while you're here, you can cut out your circle as well. Obviously it's black on black, so I'll just grab my scissors. And this also doesn't have to be perfect. You can wait until you get your flower petals on, and then just to ensure that this is going to fit, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out. Okay, we are ready to assemble our pillowcase. This is definitely my favorite part. So let's get all of this cleaned up. Got our petals. All right, we are gonna make a quilt sandwich. So, like I said earlier, this is 20 inch by 20 inch. We're gonna cut our pillow down to 16 inches. I just like having extra room around. Just make sure you keep it on the inside. I mark the middle so I know where the middle is. This is my top piece. So we are gonna make a quilt sandwich. This is the back. Right side is down. Put our piece down. I'm going to then put our piece of batting. This batting is, I can't think of which one. It's not 80/20. Bamboo. This is bamboo. So it is a little bit, it has a little bit more loft to it. You can use any batting that you want. And then we're going to put this one on top with right side up. And as you can see, my batting doesn't go all the way to the end, but that's okay. Because again, we're going to trim it down. Okay, we've got our quilt sandwich here. Now, let's make our flower. I like starting with the darker ones. So we've got 5 of each color here. And I'm going to start with this dark piece, these dark colors first. The middle's here. And make sure that that your drawing is on the back. And we're going to go in a group of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My gosh, it's so cute. All right. And right now we are not going to stitch anything. This is the best part about all of this. And play around with this part. This is the creative part. I'm going to go a little bit lighter on the next round. My middle color. I'm going to fill in that blank right there. You see I'm going right around that middle circle to make sure that this is even. Okay, and then the last one, we're just going to layer it again on top. It doesn't have to be perfect. Move things out as you need. Okay, now if you have more leaves, petals, I guess it's petals, you can keep adding on, but for this we're going to leave it like that. Okay, that's good. And then I like to just double check. Yep, that's going to fit perfectly there. So on this part, I'm going to grab my pins and I'm just going to pin down my middle leaves here all the way around just to keep them in place as I move over to my sewing machine. And essentially what we're going to do is instead of stitching leaf by leaf, petal by petal, instead of stitching each one and then coming back, we are going to stitch these top ones and then go back and stitch what's left. Because you know what? I like quick projects. I like cheating the system a little. Pin all these down. Okay. And we are ready to go to the machine. Okay, so this is the best part of this whole project, is getting these stitched down. We are going to stitch this light one down. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the best part about this. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm using that foot where I can see, and we're going to stitch right on the edge, a straight stitch, right on the edge of that petal fabric. Turn. Stitch. Doesn't have to be perfect. Show you this first one and then I'll keep going. This is what it's going to look like. you'll want that. That's gonna fray a little bit, but that's the texture that you want. You're gonna stitch right on the edge. And we're gonna go and do the next one. Okay, we've stitched all of our light fabric. Let's take these pins out. And as you can see, we still have our other ones to stitch down. This is the best part. We're just gonna start our, stitch right here and follow it. Now you have to remember our black circle is gonna go right here. So we don't need to stitch anything down here. It's gonna be covered. So let's just go through and fill in where we need to stitch on the background ones. You don't need to flip this little, just start. It's totally fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's the best part about raw edge applique. The purpose is to make it look handmade, a little messy. So I started the stitch right before. It won't matter. Okay, do the next guy. I'm going to do this piece first before this guy. Well, maybe we'll do that guy. Let's do that guy. Make a judgment call, whatever works for you. This guy's covered, so we're not going to go all the way to the end for him because, more work. Flip him on top and then put him down. do whatever feels right. And it looks like I missed one over here. So I'm gonna go back and grab that guy. Alrighty. Also, while we're here, let's add our circle. Our middle guy before we trim. He's just gonna go right on top, and he's gonna cover all of those intersections. And you guessed it, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna straight stitch. Circles, straight stitches are a little bit harder because you're doing a straight line on a circle, so just go slow. Go a couple stitches and raise your foot if you need. I'm gonna show you, I almost went off the edge there, but it's okay. It's totally fine. It's gonna be great. Okay, let's take it back over to our cutting board. Okay, so now here we are at our cutting table. I just went through and trimmed off any stray threads and make sure everything is stitched down. I'm gonna mark the middle here. I'm gonna eyeball this because it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the best part. Here's about the middle. I'm gonna grab my ruler. This is a True Cut ruler. Love this guy so much. I love the True Cut rulers with these holes. It's so much easier to read. So we need to make it 16 by 16 square. So we're gonna go right in the middle here at 8 inches. Yep. Turn. And right from that middle guy. The best part about this too is it's a flower, so you could really just kind of eyeball that middle center You want 8 inches from the center all the way around. Alrighty, that should be good. I also love this cutting mat because not only do they have 1 through 35 going this way, there's 1 through 35 going this way on our number line here. I can just double check. Okay, that's perfect. 16 by 16. We are ready to make our pillow. All right, we've got our pillow. This part is a part that can kind of get, you just got to double check what you're doing on this part. We're going to assemble our back pieces here. And we've already stitched it, right? You'll need to make sure, okay, it's going to be great. You'll need to make sure we're going to do our bigger piece first. Our 16 by 10 inch piece goes first. So flower towards you, up, pillow piece with your hem foot is also up. The back is up. The best way to describe it. Okay, we're just gonna measure it right there on your piece, on the left side. Doesn't matter, left side or right side, doesn't matter. And then let's pin this down. I like to pin it down pretty good because you don't want any shifting. And we're pinning through all 3 layers again. A little cute quilt sandwich. Okay, let's go to the machine. All right, and then I just grabbed the other side here, and we are going to place it right on top. Of our bigger one. So you have a little bit of overlap right here. And just make sure that your hem is up, because when you flip it, this is going to show on the outside. So you want the hem piece up, the stitch line up. Pin this side. Make sure it's nice and straight down here. Ready to stitch. We're going to do the same thing. Essentially making a pocket. Give a little couple stitches there. Okay, we are done. Let's check it out. All right, your pillowcase is hot off the machine. I went ahead and just trimmed these corners. You don't have to, but it helps with the bulk all the way around. And now the best part, we're just gonna flip this around, pushing those corners out. And your pillowcase is done. So fun to put together. This will take a 15 by 15 pillow. Thank you for joining me at Fall Festival with the Grace Company. My name is Lacey Messerly, and you can find me at Messy Quilts, and I can't wait to see you create your pillowcase.